Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to hit that like button. It does help the channel grow immensely, takes a couple seconds, and of course I always do greatly appreciate that. Now, as we do kind of, range into this week, starting out on a Monday, we are seeing Bitcoin hitting almost 39K, and we are seeing the altcoin market taking a little bit of, 180 from its lows. We are seeing Phantom up almost 19%, Near up almost 14%. We are seeing some nice gains throughout the altcoin market, which is fairly significant. Now, I did purchase a few altcoins, and when I told you guys, this is like the opportunity cost. You got to look at it from the perspective on, you'll see everyone saying, oh, it's going to zero, Bitcoin's going here, it's going there. If you follow the fear, I'm telling you right now, scared money never makes any money. And I've always said this time and time again. You cannot just follow blindly into this market. You need to have your own conviction to hodl through the dips and foresee the future of where this market is going. And I've always said that you got to pay attention to the other factors. Always never trade the weekend. I never trade the weekend. The weekend is for the perspective on seeing where things are pretty much headed. I would say when we talk about things happening around the market, I think that there's a massive amount of fear. And I think that that is where you really kind of want to see, where you are positioned in this market. Are you going to follow the fear, or are you going to buy the fear? I've always said when there's blood in the streets, that's when you want to buy. Now, the one biggest factor that I am watching for is the dollar. And as you guys do see, we're having a little bit of a bull flag forming right now on the US dollar. And on the weekly, you guys do see the strength here building. I'm going to see if this is going to have that massive capitulation event where we do kind of do that 180 and fall drastically. I'm watching for that 50-day EMA to possibly the 200-day EMA to have that retest all the way down here. I think that once we, get into that point, it's all eyes on a massive collapse. And that massive collapse is most likely down to its 2018 lows of like roughly 88. Or even the bottom figure amount to the January of 2021 lows. So I'm watching the US dollar closely, especially as we do range into, of course, today. Definitely watch the indices. I think that a lot of that could play a huge factor in terms of where Bitcoin is going to go today. But with that being said, let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first off, I don't need to tell you guys how big Ripple is in terms of its efficiencies that a lot of these financial institutions can grasp, utilizing, of course, this potential. But we do see here hundreds of financial institutions connect on RippleNet via a single API. Today we're shining our spotlight on Money Match app, which achieved a 40% reduction in cross-border payment cost. Now, the reason why I bring this up and the reason why I even talk about this, because this is not new news. Trust me, Money Match has been a long-term partner of Ripple. You can read about their entire breakdown on this page here in terms of cross-border payments. But what I do want to bring up, and the reason why I want to talk about this, is that single API. Why is that significant? Well, in terms of even quant, right? We've talked about quant with interoperability. We look at these API gateways. Plug and play APIs are the biggest leading factor in company growth. And the reason why I say that, and I shouldn't say company growth, I should say fintech company growth. The reason why I say that is because when you have something like RippleNet that could save financial institutions 40% in terms of cross-border payments, I've always said that these companies don't want to hire IT guys to come in and, reevaluate their systems and upgrade it to this new network and blah, blah, blah. It's a costly procedure. But having that plug and play API where it doesn't change the coding, you don't have to learn anything new, that is going to massively make an impact in the fintech zone. This is also why I do believe that this cross-border payment solution utilizing XRP is such a huge selling point from Ripple with RippleNet. And we do know the efficiency, reduction in cost is 40% right now, with upwards of 80% reductions in fees utilizing RippleNet combined with XRP's power. This is where I want to focus my, attention, because when we look at this and we kind of compare and contrast it to things around crypto right now, we are seeing a major shift into the financial institutional area from, again, the demand zone. The demand zone around crypto is massively heightened from financial institutions and has been for over a year now. So I'm very excited to see where financial institutions really make their stepping stone into this market. I definitely do think that efficiencies will be shined on from Ripple, and we will see financial institutions adopting RippleNet products utilizing XRP. Now, also, we did see Ripple CEO says demand for its XRP powered on-demand liquidity product has skyrocketed. In fact, they're saying basically it 8x'd, which is insane, but you can definitely see, the growing demand around products like this. We do see here the demand for our core product, which uses XRP to facilitate these cross-border payments, grew 8x year over year. So from Q1 last year to Q1 this year, it grew 8x, and that's off a base already measured in the billions. So from our point of view, demand has skyrocketed. And we do see here, why he's incredibly bullish on crypto, and why Biden's executive order about crypto regulation is very significant. And, he's even talking about just regulations in general in this interview, if you guys do want to listen to it. But as we do kind of look at things happening around the world with CBDCs and even with, cross-border payments, I would say that the demand around something like on-demand liquidity, specifically regarding RippleNet itself, is going to continue to grow. I think that when we look at things, in a year from now, I think that this entire market landscape is going to be extremely different. I don't believe that we are in a utility-driven market yet, and I don't believe that we will be there just yet. I think that's going to take a little bit of time, but, I definitely do think that we're going to see an incredible year ahead for, crypto, and I've said this multiple times over. But guys, things are getting very interesting. And now, talking about products on Ripple, we talk about the Ripple Liquidity Hub. Now, this is a very interesting, area to focus on as well because it is a streamlined API. Now, we do see here, this goes back to November. And the reason why I'm bringing this back up is because I do want to talk to you guys about tokenization. So we do see here, introducing Ripple Liquidity Hub, a one-stop shop for enterprises to source any tokenized asset. Yes, really, for your customers from liquidity venues like MMs, CE, decentralized exchanges, etc. Compete with a streamlined API, or complete with a streamlined API, optimized pricing and smart routing. And then we also do see here, we've been using this product internally for 2 years to source XRP liquidity from the broader market for on-demand liquidity flows, and now making it available to our customers, as well as any enterprise ready to be part of the inevitable crypto-first future. Liquidity Hub opens for GA in 2022, starting with XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and again, Ethereum Classic, varying by jurisdiction with plans to add tokenized assets like NFTs and capabilities like staking and yield generation. This is just the beginning. Now, when I talk about tokenization, Ripple has been really preparing themselves for the tokenized future. I've always said, pay attention to tokenization, because I don't believe people are paying attention to this area as much as they should be. In fact, Ripple actually posted this back in July of 2021. They were talking about evolving RippleNet for a tokenized future. They understand what is coming into the space. We've talked about a lot of things around crypto, specifically like CBDCs, cross-border payments, and things like that. And I just recently started talking, in depth about some NFT projects that I do like. But honestly, these are just NFT projects that have, some cool designs and things like that. When we talk about the true value behind NFTs, okay, I've always said that everything will be tokenized. You're talking about, music, movies, we talk about real estate, we're talking about the big money markets as well. Like, real estate is a $300 trillion market globally. Now think about it once it starts to become tokenized, which we've been seeing on a few other projects as well. But as we do see that major shift in the market towards, again, a tokenized future, we're going to see a major demand around this space growing as well. In fact, we do see our tokenization is transforming how people buy, sell, track, and manage assets, everything from art and real estate to intellectual property, equities, and supply chain goods. In fact, the World Economic Forum projects 10% of the world's GDP will be tokenized by 2027. With our years of experience working with financial institutions on using blockchain-based technologies, Ripple is uniquely positioned to partner with enterprises for that future. There's no question those who don't embrace these new technologies will be left behind. And I've always said, Pay attention to what Ripple is trying to build here, because Ripple is at the forefront for a lot of these, products, especially on-demand liquidity, but also even line of credit, and then of course the liquidity hub. The liquidity hub is definitely going to be a huge boom. I would say that that's going to welcome in financial institutions and enterprises. And when we talk about things happening around tokenization, 10% of the global GDP by 2027, that's going to be something pretty significant to watch for. And of course, when we talk about tokenization, I do want to talk to you guys about something pretty significant. So let's dive in on to that. So as we are talking about tokenization of real estate, this is where we, get into the interesting factor of course, NFTs and tokenization in general. So tokenizing commercial real estate and the promise of liquidity, the potential benefits of tokenization for the liquidity of commercial real estate. So we kind of look down here and we do see introducing the liquidity discount. Industries without standardized products or fluctuating supply and demand often experience a liquidity discount. For readers who are unfamiliar with the term, a liquidity discount refers to the reduction in price that gets applied to an asset because of a shallow market. It exists because for certain assets like real estate or unique works of art, it is not always easy to move in and out of cash positions, commonly used in the context of risk. And this is where we kind of look at things in terms of even, again, real estate, because real estate takes a large hit in terms of a liquid, assets. And when we look at this, while, liquidity has historically been less of an issue for public equity markets, in private real estate markets in which the commercial sector almost exclusively exists, liquidity has always been a key factor significantly affecting asset valuation. This is also where I do foresee, Ripple's liquidity hub taking a major stepping stone into this market and actually being, a major selling point for a lot of commercial grade real estate. Now, again, there does need to be a solid regulatory, framework around this to actually have this, be inevitably the future of real estate. But I definitely do believe that tokenization is going to further the success of, again, the real estate market and allow for a lot of value to be unlocked as well. That could possibly, free up a ton of capital as well, similar to the Nostro Vostro account, sort of area. But we do see here, the most optimistic scenario is that a real estate, residential or commercial becomes tokenized. The liquidity discount can be narrowed or eliminated altogether. However, just tokenizing assets and putting them on the blockchain will not be a solution in and of itself. While blockchain technology should help, given the proper infrastructure, accelerate core elements of real estate transactions, such a price and title discovery, identifying any lines or easements against the property and adhering to restrictions placed on shares because they can now be programmed into the platform and or the token. Tokenizing real estate assets does little to change the fact that the underlying real estate is fixed to a particular location and is difficult, actually impossible to move. These are factors that impact demand that cannot be easily countermanded. Now, we do see here, furthermore, tokenization alone will not alter the fact that real estate assets themselves are individually unique or a granular level, which can make it difficult to have clear, transparent markets and data feeds. Finally, tokenizing real estate assets does not change the subjectivity of these shares to securities regulations, which is sometimes a common misconception in blockchain circles. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about this and really kind of, talk about a few of these subjects here. So first off, it's the idea of kind of moving, the tokenized real estate. It's not about that. Tokenizing real estate actually gives you direct ownership of that property, but also, as we are seeing now, because this article is a little bit older, this article is from 2019, but as we do see now, you could actually put up that NFT for fractional ownership and have individuals actually invest into your real estate that you own on, again, the blockchain and sell portions of your house in terms of investments. That's where true value actually does get unlocked by tokenizing real estate. Of course, there's also another unlock here. So this is a little bit of an older article. It says that, real estate is the biggest single asset class, $228, trillion. This is a little bit older. Now it's over like $300 trillion. But we look at this, right? And this is one of the biggest benefits to real estate tokenization is the ability to reduce investment ticket sizes from, say, $50,000 to $10 due to the technological automation of issuance and post-issuance processes. This lower ticket size dramatically increases the universal the universe of investors, and subsequently the supply of capital and liquidity to investors. In fact, only 7% of all commercial real estate is available to investors, yet over 80% of individuals seek to have some type of investment in real estate, as evidenced by a surge of capital flowing into crowdfunding sites. And this is where I do want to put a major light onto the real estate market. This is where I foresee tokenization unlocking massive amounts of value. Having that fractionalized tokenized real estate property into, again, fractionalized investment contracts allows for individuals to own pieces of the pie. But also, we are seeing reduced, again, ticket sizes from $50,000 to $10, because this entire process is going to be automated, and it's going to truly streamline the idea of not only owning real estate, but also allowing for investors to invest into real estate. This is going to unlock tons of value. I would say that this could further push the value of the real estate asset class to far greater heights. And this is all going to happen on things like the XRP ledger, for example, and we're going to be seeing 10% of the world's GDP tokenized by 2027, and I actually could see this happening sooner than expected. I could see this happening by at least 2023 to 2024, depending on how fast this market actually grows and matures. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all, have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.